Hello. Today we are here and for 3 days I'll teach you science, and the timing for your classes 10 to 10:40 Monday to Wednesday. It's for 7th. Now we have already started the chapter 2 and you have done about that. I've shown you how that starfish takes its food. Even I have given you that how digestion occur, what are the alimentary nerve, what are teeth, what is its function. Everything I've told you. Again, before starting the chapter, I want you to listen to this story. Okay, you just listen. It's a very good story which I have searched for you. It's a motivational story which I want you to listen afterward. Then I'll start a chapter. Story. A glass of water. A glass of water.
Everything I did for him, and no matter what, nothing was ever good enough. He was super manipulative. He didn't care about my feelings, but he would promise.
And now listen to this story. Once upon a time, a psychologist was teaching stretch management to a student. She raised a cup of water and asked everyone, "How heavy do you think this glass of water is?" Exciting another half empty question. The crowd gave various answers from 50 gram to 100 gram. But she said, the absolute weight of the glass doesn't matter. It actually depends on how long I hold it. A minute won't be a problem. After an hour, I might feel a dull ache. If I hold it a day, my arm would feel paralyzed. But the weight of the water never changed. The longer I hold, the heavier it felt. Then fish said, the stresses and worries of our life are just like the cup of water. Think about them for a while, nothing happens. Think about them longer, it starts to hurt. Think about them all the day and you will feel paralyzed and helpless. It's important to remember to let go of your stresses. Don't carry them for hours and days and months. Remember to put down the glass. If you like, so this is about the inspirational video. Means अभी आजकल क्या है कि हम लोग घर से बाहर नहीं निकल पा रहे हैं, हम खेल नहीं पा रहे हैं. अगर बार बार यही सोचोगे कि ऐसा हो रहा है तो फिर क्या होगा? आप लोग बोर हो जाओगे, है ना. फिर आपको स्ट्रेस होने लगेगा कि ऐसा हो रहा है, ये क्यों हो रहा है, हमारे संग ये क्यों हो रहा है, और फिर हम खेल नहीं पा रहे हैं. पर अगर आप अपना माइंड डाइवर्ट कर लोगे, अपनी हॉबीज़ की तरफ डाइवर्ट कर लोगे, तो यू विल फील गुड. ओके, now I'll come to the topic. As I've already told you about the digestive system, where digestion takes place. Now what happens when you're eating food? I want to show you that when you eat food, actually the digestion has 5 processes. Digestion has it has 5 steps. the food which you eat, it occurs in 5 steps in human body. First is ingestion, second is digestion, ingestion, digestion, third is absorption, assimilation, and fifth is egestion. So these are the 5 steps in the process of digestion I've told you. And when you come over to the this buccal cavity, what buccal cavity is? It is the mouth. Buccal cavity is also known as mouth. And what your mouth contains? It contains tongue, teeth, and one gland that is known as salivary gland. Tongue is muscular. It gives you the taste. What does it gives you? It gives you the taste. And taste, they are of 4 types. How many types of taste are there? 4 types. And what are they? That is sweet, then sour, written as S-O-U-R, pronounced as sour, bitter, and salty. This activity you can do at your home only. You can take these things which are sour, which is sweet, which is bitter and salty, and take out your tongue and try to keep at the different places, and you will know which places gives the which type of taste. When we are talking about teeth, there are 2 sets of teeth. Okay, there are 2 sets of teeth. I want to clear this. When we are talking about teeth, there are 2 sets of teeth. One is milk teeth, another is permanent teeth. Milk teeth are those teeth which occur in your body during after your birth. मतलब 2 तरीके के 2 सेट्स आते हैं आपके. एक आता है मिल्क टीथ, वो तब आता है जब आप पैदा होते हैं, न्यूबॉर्न बेबी होते तब तो आपके पास दांत नहीं होते. जब आप 7-8 महीने के होने लगते हैं तो वो दांत ग्रो होने लग जाते हैं, तो वो मिल्क टीथ होते हैं. ये टूट जाते हैं, उसके बाद फिर से जो टीथ आते हैं दे आर नोन एज परमानेंट टीथ. एंड इफ़ यू आर गोइंग टू सी दिस, ये जो टीथ हैं ये देयर आर ऑफ 4 टाइप्स. दे आर नोन एज इंसीजर्स, there are of 4 types. Let me clear all and I'll make it. Teeth, there are of 4 types. One is incisor, canine, then molars, premolars, and molars. It is for biting. Canines, they are sharp in the carnivorous, and जो flesh खाते हैं उनके ये canine sharp होते हैं. Premolars और molars जिनको दाढ़ों को बोलते हैं, जो पीछे होती हैं आपकी वो. तो इनका ये आप तो आपके फ्रेंड्स नहीं है, पर आप अपने मम्मी पापा किसी के काउंट कर सकते हैं कि कितने इंसीजर्स हैं. देन यू कैन राइट, एंड द टेबल इज गिवन इन योर बुक. Now for this I am going to show you some videos which will make it more clear. So let us see those videos. That is
At the end of this lesson, you will be able to define digestive system, tell the parts of the alimentary canal, learn about how the digestion happens in different parts of alimentary canal, explain digestion in grass-eating animals, discuss feeding and digestion in amoeba. We all know food is made up of complex substances like carbohydrates, fats and proteins. We can utilize these substances as such, so they are broken down into simpler substances. The breakdown of complex components of food into simpler substances is called digestion. Let us study digestion in human beings. You will be wondered to know that the food inside our body passes through an alimentary canal or simply digestive tract. It consists of buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and the anus. Now let us know what happens to the food in the different parts of the digestive tract. Breaking down of food occurs by two ways: mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion is the physical breaking down of food when we chew the food with the teeth. Chemical digestion is the chemical breakdown of food into the molecules body can absorb. Both types of digestion take place in mouth. Mechanical digestion breaks food into smaller pieces, and saliva in our mouth, produced by salivary glands, causes the breakdown of starches into sugars. This process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. When the food we eat becomes soft mass, our tongue pushes it to the food pipe or esophagus. The esophagus is a long tube.
The soft food is also known as bolus. So it becomes a small ball. This is also known as bolus. B-O-L-U-S.
That runs from the neck to the chest. The movements of its walls force the food to the stomach. The stomach is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It is a thick-walled bag with a flattened U shape. Inside the stomach, food is churned and mixed with digestive juices, including hydrochloric acid. These chemicals break down the proteins into simpler substances. A lining of mucus protects our stomach from acids. After about 4 hours in the stomach, food changes to chyme and moves into the small.
For today, this is enough, and more videos I want to show you, which will show you that they are much more clearer to you, and definitely they are very good video I want to show you. Digestion, digestion of food in esophagus.
And the stomach.
See this video.
Objectives: to explain the movement of food in the esophagus,
it makes
to describe the process of
clear.
digestion in the stomach. The process of digestion begins inside the mouth. The teeth break down the food into smaller particles. It then gets mixed with the saliva in the mouth to form a slurry mass called bolus. As the food is swallowed, the soft palate blocks the upper throat called the pharynx, which prevents the entry of food into the nasal cavity. When the food passes over the epiglottis, which is a flap-like structure which prevents the entry of food into the trachea. It pushes down the epiglottis. The food then enters the food pipe, or esophagus, which connects the pharynx to the stomach and is gently pushed down to the stomach by wave-like muscle contractions and relaxations known as peristalsis.
पेरिस्टलिक मूवमेंट में क्या होता है? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्सपेंड, मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होती है और एक्सपेंड करती है. जब ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्सपेंड करती है तो क्या होता है कि फूड क्या होता है, नीचे पुश होता है. ये जो फूड है ये सॉफ्ट है, जो ये फूड जा रहा है इट इज़ अ वेरी सॉफ्ट पार्ट. और ये जब अंदर जाता है तो इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? बॉलस बोलते हैं. बॉल्स होती है तो बॉलस बोलते हैं, BOLES.
When the food enters the stomach, a J-shaped bag-like structure, mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices that are present in the stomach act on the food to help digest it through chemical action. The mucous membrane protects the inner wall of the stomach from the effects of the acid.
What is the name of the acid? Acid which is present in the stomach is hydrochloric acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid. It changes the nature of the food.
The hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria that enter along with the food and also helps in the digestion of proteins. The digestive juices start breaking down the proteins present in the food into simpler forms. Muscular contractions in the stomach churn this food mass to further break it down and mix it with secretions in the stomach to form a thick liquid.
Remember one thing, acid changes, it makes the medium of the food acidic in the stomach because it helps the digestive juices to mix well with the food. Remember this thing. This is also one of the points you should remember.
Thick liquid is called chyme. The chyme exits the stomach through peristaltic movements and enters the small intestine where most of the digestion occurs. To summarize, the muscles of the esophagus gently push the food down to the stomach by wave-like muscle contractions known as peristalsis. The stomach cells secrete mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices that help digest food through chemical action. Digestive juices break down proteins into simpler forms.
Now there one more activity I have to show you. There is one activity given in your book that is regarding the saliva. What is the action of saliva on food? Let us look at that activity because I have given a question on that. Activity showing the action of saliva. You look at this.
I never realized how important communication skills are till I started working.
Have you ever wondered what role does saliva play in digestion? The food we eat is digested step by step in our digestive system. The first step of digestion starts in the mouth itself when chewing helps to break down food into small parts, and the mixing of saliva in the food helps to convert it into bolus. Saliva also plays another major role in digestion. Let us carry out an experiment to understand the function of saliva. We have the starch solution, iodine, and 2 beakers. Pour equal quantity of the starch solution in both the beakers. Now add some saliva to one of the beakers. Keep both the beakers untouched for about 30 minutes. Now add iodine to both the beakers. Observe what happens. Both the solutions turn violet. However, after some time, the solution in which saliva was added fades and turns white. Why does this happen? The saliva added breaks down the starch and converts it to small sugar molecules. And once the conversion of starch to sugar molecule happens, the color changes back. The starch solution not mixed with saliva remains as it is and turns purple when mixed with iodine. Starch is a polymer of glucose. It cannot be assimilated in the body as it is and hence is digested to form glucose before being absorbed in the blood. Saliva is a liquid produced in our mouth by salivary glands. Salivary glands are present just below the tongue. Saliva contains an enzyme called amylase that helps break down starch to sugar.
So this is the activity which you have seen. Now what you have to do, that I have given you that one questionnaire also on this. So you have to do that questions, okay? So these are the questions which you have to do. Is that okay? So these are the questions. I have shown you the activity. I have shown you how the esophagus work, how the stomach work. Even I have told you about the teeth, but you have to count the numbers of how many incisors, canine, then the premolars, molars are present, that you will write. It's okay. So this is all for today. Thank you.